Wow. I haven't held the camera in, I don't even know. Whenever I just had it like standing up, like I had it prepped on here. You can't see it. Sorry, I was like reminiscing on my old videos. Um, I had it like right here. You can't see it, but because the screens. I'm also watching Jinxie, but he's muted. But anyways, um, I just wanted to record because the past like month or two, I've been wanting to make YouTube videos, but I just don't know how to make them or not. I mean, obviously I know how to make it, but how to come to it. You get what I'm saying? I didn't know what kind of format I wanted to use, either scripted or cinematic or just raw. And I was really lost because uh, my whole YouTube career, I just always wanted to make YouTube videos, but I just never knew exactly what, because I feel like I'm not prone to a specific thing, I'm a gamer. I love talking about life. I love streaming. I love doing all sort of things. Sorry, I'm sick. But I was just uh watching my video of me leaving Arizona. I was like, you know what, dude, I think I should just pick up the camera and just with my hand, because prepping it up on the computer and like having to use a mic, I don't know, it kind of just feels awkward because I kind of just stand there awkwardly because it just doesn't feel the same whenever I'm holding a camera on my hand, you know. But yesterday I was reading through my old like writes, my free journals, and I just the last like few days I just been reminiscing. Um, in 2025, just honestly, it was really good in the beginning, but it slowly went downhill like a snowball effect for a very long time, to a point where I was like, I'm losing my mind. I don't know what I plan on doing at all with my life. It came to that point, and now it came up. Everything like it just went back up, and I wanted to make a YouTube video about it, but I just didn't know how to come across it and like explain it. But I never really showed you guys like my living situation besides like me streaming, because I kind of like pursued streaming since I left Arizona. The whole entire time I was in San Diego, I mainly streamed, and then I kind of like abandoned my YouTube channel. But let me show you guys. This is my setup. This is like all going bye bye in like less than a month. Like this is the whole entire what, August or something like that. All of August, or since August, I've been living in here. This is like my girlfriend's brother's room. Um, Quick setup. It's really trap. I bought myself internet, but I need to return it because it's booty balls. And then that's my Xbox, my lighting. Um, don't mind the tissues, guys. That's not what it looks like. But anyways, yeah, this is literally it. That's it. If you're wondering where my clothes are, it's literally. Let me bring it out. It's in a luggage. That's all my clothes right there. But yeah, honestly, it feels really good to bust out my camera like on my hand. Pause. I don't know. I also realized like I matured a lot. I looked completely different from the last time I recorded, which was I mean I recorded a month ago, but from like 3 to 10 months, like 10 months ago, I looked completely different. My acne is like less. I mean my hair is like a light blonde. I don't know. My acne, I already cleaned my acne. I don't look as dirty. I learned how to like clean my own eyebrows and stuff like that. But anyways, enough yapping. So like I just want to be my authentic self to you guys. Um, Besides trying to make a specific type of content, I want you guys to know me personally. I want you guys to feel like I'm talking to you like directly. And I like that kind of stuff, like the old school vlogging type of stuff. But So the story, like the original story I was gonna come across with this was 2025 was one of the worst years of my life. Um, but obviously there's a good ending. Damn, Ashton, slow down. I'm running out of breath. But so when I moved here, uh, original plan was get a job, move out. Okay, within a specific amount of time. Not really a specific amount of time, but a time where I wanted to leave. And me moving to the south, the minimum wage here is low. It's like $7 an hour, which is insane, right? And whenever I first moved here, I didn't get a job about a month or two in. My first job was Buffalo Wild Wings, and I was a server. And the minimum wage, the pay for that was $2 an hour plus tips. But me having no experience in serving, and um, and also being a guy, I would work a double, like a 12-hour shift, and only like get 100 to like $120, and like that just wasn't it. And plus, my work at that time was 30 minutes away. It was bad, and I only worked there for like a month. I was like, you know what, dude, I'm just gonna quit. I'm not gonna put my 2 weeks in because putting my 2 weeks in is just not even worth it, you know. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do full time DoorDash and like Uber, and so I did that just to get by. I never really had money to have to myself, just so I can pay my car payment. Because if you guys have been watching for a while, I guess I got myself a car, and now I'm stuck with the car payment. That's expensive, but not too expensive. But I was doing that until I found a better paying job, and I came across Walmart, which was like everything was $15 an hour, which is okay. It's not the best, but it's okay. Meaning, I would have to work overtime. Have to be working like hella, and I saw this overnight shift stock, like overnight stock, which was like $1.25 more. So I was gonna pay like 16 an hour. So I'm like, oh, dude, that's light work. Like overnight stocking at Walmart, like should be easy, right? Right? No, I was wrong. Job was also 30 minutes away, and the shifts were from like 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. Uh, in cases I wouldn't leave till like 7:30 or 8 in the morning, and with traffic, because everyone's going to work at that time, I'd get home at like 9, and then the first few days weren't bad. After about like a week and a half, I was like, bro, like I don't know how long I could do this. Literally, all I did was work, sleep, work, sleep, and it was mentally exhausting, bro. Like for real, so mentally exhausting. Um, was not productive at all. And before I continue with the story, whenever I did apply to Walmart, there was a job listing for FedEx, like swing driver. I'm like, swing driver? I don't know what that is, but it was paid good. Like the pay was good, like well above $15 an hour, $16 an hour. It was like maybe like okay, I'll just tell you. So it's like $22 an hour, all right, which is really good for like the South, you know. So I applied there. I'm like, you know what? Like I just might as well do it. You know, I might not get the job, but might as well just do it, just because. Why not? You know, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So I did that while applying at Walmart, and after like working at Walmart for like a few days, I ended up getting an interview at that job at FedEx, and I ended up getting hired, which was like holy cow, I got hired. Like this can change. This is life changing. This is the most amount of money that I've ever made in my life, and the I had to go through a background check, and the manager didn't even know how long it's gonna take. He said at most 2 weeks. So I'm like, oh okay, at most 2 weeks, right? That's the longest he's ever seen it. Pause. Anyways, excuse me. So I'm working at the overnight Walmart. Um, Dude, it was so bad. Like, the job itself was easy, but just like mentally wise, I just was getting irritated easily. My relationship felt like it was failing. There was times in my relationship where I felt like it was gonna fall apart, and me and her would have to split up. You know, and it was scary because if I split up with her, I can't live here. So like me and her both tried our best to fix it, and we did, because now we're here. But I just was just sad. I was just always tired, coffee, sleeping more than I need to be. Like nothing was working at all, and it was kind of getting. I was kind of feeling lost. I'm like, dude, like, how long is this gonna take? And on the days that I would have off from Walmart, I would just like gamble with my sleep. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna fix my sleep schedule while I'm off, and hoping I get officially hired for FedEx. So I did that for about 3 weeks, and it just took a toll, like a harder toll, because one, I was trying to fix it, but then whenever I would not get hired yet, it would just reset. And then Thanksgiving comes by. Throughout the 1 month I was working at Walmart, I would just call off because I was just tired. Like it's 9:30 p.m. or like 9 p.m. I would just call off just because like I was just mentally checked out. Just because I didn't want to. I was just mentally done. Like I needed like 2 days off was not enough for me. Like I would probably need at least 4 days off if I wanted to continue going. But having 4 days off is not gonna make enough money for me. So it's Thanksgiving, and I think I worked 2 days before Thanksgiving, and so I had like the 2 days off, I think, and I was just I don't want to say depressed, but it really felt like I was getting to that point, and there was a time, I think it was around the afternoon, I was sleeping the whole day, like probably halfway through the day of Thanksgiving, and we had Thanksgiving here, by the way. And I woke up and like my girlfriend was waking me up because there's food and I should eat. And I was like, I'm losing my mind. Like I'm genuinely losing my mind. I started crying because I haven't felt like that since like COVID, or I don't think I ever felt like this ever. But a similar experience was around COVID, and I don't know. It really hit. And then I called my dad, and I never usually call my dad whenever like to express my feelings because he always tells me the same things. Um, I don't remember what exactly, but it just never stuck to me because he just told me the same thing. So like majority of my life, I just stopped telling him about my feelings, and for some reason, I just wanted to tell him, and like I told him what's going on, and he told me something different, and like it really felt relieving, and a lot of weight came off my chest because I felt understood and listened to, especially when like more than one person's listening and like understanding you. Hold on, I got a wedgie. Yeah, I told him, and I honestly I felt better, and for some odd reason, my uncle, not the one that I live with in San Diego, but another one that lived in San Diego, but he just texts me randomly, like we just catch up, and then it's probably around like 9 10 p.m. And then he's like, "Yo, like I'm gonna go to bed. If you want me to say any prayers, like let me know." And so I told him like a vague like answer of what I'm going through. And so he does. He's like, "All right, like I'll pray because blah blah blah." Whatever I told him. So I go to bed. Right, I go to bed at like 12 or 1 in the morning. I don't even remember. And I wake up in the middle of the night, and uh, take a step back, while waiting for FedEx to hire me, I would check my emails every single day, probably like 5 times a day. And Even when I would wake up in the middle of the night, I just check my emails. It says I officially got accepted. My background check officially went through, and just a lot of emotion just left my body. I wasn't like crying. I wasn't like emotional, but like I was just so relieved because now I can live by myself. I can support myself and I can support my girlfriend. I can, I can financially be stable finally after like a year because ever since I left Arizona, I just been having money just to go by, and now that I'm here, I can actually like save money. I can actually invest in my money. I can finally think ahead and, be successful because I have the money that'll keep me stabilized. So it just felt really relieving and I was so like happy and I went to bed and like the first thing I did in the morning was tell my girlfriend and yeah, since that day I just felt really good. I think it took me a few days to like actually get my sleep schedule fixed. But yeah, now I think we're entering 4 weeks. I think I've been with FedEx for about a month. And I get a lot of overtime. The pay is good. Um, I actually have an apartment, but I just haven't signed the lease yet. So once I sign the lease, I'm officially gonna have an apartment. And my move-in date's the 9th, but I also kind of have a question about my lease payment. I don't want to get into that boring ass stuff. But once I get my questions answered, I'll sign the lease. And then I'll officially just move into my apartment on the 9th, which is probably like 2 weeks from now, I think. I don't know. But that's basically what's been going on this whole entire time I just been here. Like, a lot of stuff's been going on, bro. But now, life is probably like the best it's ever been in a long time. And I'm so excited to come back to the internet and stream and make content. And it feels like a revive, but that's about it. How long are we talking? 18 minutes? Um, that's about it. I honestly enjoyed holding the camera and then just setting it up because looking back at my videos, I like, I don't know, just felt more personal holding the camera, you know what I'm saying, than just setting it up. But that's about it. Hope y'all enjoyed. Hope y'all still care for me, even though I just been inconsistent. But I do want to be, I was about to say I do want to be inconsistent. Slow down, boy. I do want to be consistent. I will be consistent. But right now I'm kind of in my moving phase, so I still have a lot going on, but it's a healthy a lot going on. It's not stress, it's not, how I was feeling earlier in my chapter through life. It's just me moving, that's about it. I'm moving out of here, just saving up my money, working hard, and yeah, the new chapter begins once I'm officially in my apartment, and I'll show y'all along the journey, but that's about it for like the third time. I love you guys. Thank y'all for watching. And I'll see you guys soon, bro. Thank y'all for staying with me, bro.